where your Highland Hills Midget White is going up against the NOCO 18U Navy Junior Eagles. We are currently one spot behind them in the standings. We are 0-2, and NOCO is they're 1-0-1. So they've got a win and a tie. Or, I'm sorry, 0-1-1. Got a loss and one tie. So, as far as the tournament goes, I don't think a tie will give us a chance to get to the semifinals on Sunday. We have to win tonight. As far as who we're missing today, actually it looks like we're missing Coach Darren and Coach Ryan still. Not sure if they're on their way or not. But we are missing Andrew. He's still recovering from the collarbone injury. Henrik is off gallivanting in Europe. And I'm not sure if we're missing anybody else. I know we have Avery out there helping out. Oh, there's Lewis. We have 14 plus a goalie, so I think that might be near everybody. Charlie will be in net. Bam taking the first face off. Got Lewis and New Noah to his left. Off the face off, the puck goes back into our zone. Bryant picking it up, sending it up to Lewis. Passes across to Boomer. It's tipped, but it still comes to Bam. And Bam throws it out to neutral. NOCO turns it around along the far boards. It's getting into our zone. A shot and a bad save by Charlie. NOCO kept it in momentarily, but then sent back out and dumped back into our zone. Boomer picking up in the far corner. Turns around behind our net. Tied up in the corner. Retaining the puck. Passes off the far boards out to neutral. Bam chasing it into the offensive zone. NOCO turns it around into the near corner, up the near boards. Sent down the ice. Avery picking it up. Long pass tipped back into our zone. They're offsides, so we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. And I apologize for all the movement. I managed to forget my tripod, although there's filming from this vantage point is a little difficult with the tripod, so maybe this is better. Austin on the face-off. NOCO tries to dump it in. Guillaume steals the puck and goes into their zone, but looks like Austin was offside, so we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone again. 13:20 left in the first period, still 0-0. Dan wins it over for Ian, who dumps it in the offensive zone. Puck comes out to neutral. Eagles get it into our zone. Centering pass, bouncing, a shot off the side of the net. Avery digging forward along the end boards, throws it to the near corner. Guillaume sends it up the near boards and out to neutral. Ian chasing it into their zone. The Eagles throw it back out to neutral. Zeke picks it up in the neutral zone and pushes it into the far corner. The Eagles turn it around. Austin kept it in or at the blue line momentarily, and the Eagles dump it back into our zone. Avery picks it up behind our net, passes up for Austin. Austin's clearing attempt is blocked, and Avery picks it up, throws it up the near boards. Zeke pushes it out for Maddox. Maddox pushing it to the blue line. The Eagles turn it around, pass off the far boards. And the Eagles with a shot over the net into the near corner. Noah pushing it up the near boards. The Eagles keep it in our zone, throws it off the far boards. Nick picking it up behind our net. And his pass was tipped up into the netting, so we'll have a face-off in our zone with 11:38 left in the first. Somebody watching, if you don't mind throwing a comment into the chat if you can hear me. I don't know I just want to make sure the headset's working again. Off the face-off, the Eagles keep it in our zone, dump it back behind our net. West pushes it along and it gets sent back to the far corner. Bam passes out to West. West passes up for Lewis. He picks it up in the neutral zone, walks in a shot, and that's saved by the goaltender. Thank you. Appreciate it. Puck coming through the neutral zone. Eagles into our end. Nice poke check by Lewis. A long shot, bouncing on goal. Charlie with the save. Pushes it off for Wesley. Wesley, long pass to Bam at center ice. He skates in the offensive zone, has his stick lifted. Backhanded shot goes wide of the net, off the end boards. And the Eagles clear the puck down the ice. They say no icing. Brian brings it out to the blue line. Into the near corner for Viome. Viome brings it to the side of the net, tries to get on goal. It comes out to Bryant, whose shot blocked. Goes to the far corner. Austin digging for it. Sent around the end boards. Boomer swiping at it, trying to keep it in the offensive zone. Ian passes over for Austin, brings it in the offensive zone. And a shot tipped wide. Viome digging the puck out of the ref's skates. Trying to get it out front. Comes up the far boards. Austin brings it up, keeps it in the offensive zone. Viome picks up the loose puck, shot and a goal! Put it over the glove hand to give your Jags a 1-goal lead with 9:22 left in the first period. Noah taking the face-off. Wins it back for Bryant. Bryant skates it up the near boards. He's pinched off the puck. The puck tied up along the near boards and chipped back to Boomer. He passes up for Maddox along the far boards. Has it taken away. And the Eagles come into our zone. A shot blocked by Boomer. Brought behind our net. Back to the near corner. Nick sends it up the near boards for Zeke. Zeke dumps the puck down the ice. They call icing. Yeah, it sure looked like it hit. If it didn't touch the NOCO player, it was right underneath the player's stick. So I disagree on that call. I'll file a complaint later. No on the face-off. The Eagles keep it in our zone. Thrown around the end boards. Nick picks it up. Passes up the near boards and out to neutral. The Eagles turn it around in their end. Thrown off the near boards. Avery sends it back up for Maddox. Maddox dumps it off the end boards. Noah throws it just behind the net. Avery sends it up the near boards. Zeke keeps it in the offensive end, bouncing along the blue line. He throws it up for Maddox, not able to get it on goal. Maddox with the steal, throws it on goal, and it bounces off the goaltender to the near boards. Puck comes out, down the ice. No icing. Nick picking up the near corner. Passes out for Avery, or Noah. Noah throws it in the offensive zone. And it's turned around by the Eagles. They bring it back through into our zone. Shot and a pad save by Charlie. He hangs on with 6:58 left in the first period to keep the 1-goal lead. Bam on the faceoff. Eagles control, thrown in front and blocked. Speedy kicks it out to the blue line, passes up for Lewis in the neutral zone, walks in, throws it wide of the net, bounces up the far boards. The Eagles pass out the neutral. Noah with this, or Speedy with the steal. Passes back for Wesley. He throws the puck up for Noah and tipped into the offensive zone. The Eagles throw it off the near boards. It'll be down the ice for icing with 6:13 left in the first period. We'll have a face-off deep in the offensive zone. Bam on the face-off again. Tied up in the skates, and the Eagles come out with it. Skating into our zone. Pass misses, goes to the far boards. Centering pass intercepted by Bam, throws it to the corner. Another centering pass goes all the way out, but kept in our zone, thrown around the inboards. Bam with the steal in the slot. Passes up for Lewis. Doesn't connect and goes down the ice for icing. We'll come back down to our zone for another face-off. Five minutes left in the first period. Jags with a 1-goal lead. Austin on the face-off. Eagles throw it to the corner. Bryant picks up the puck. Skates out from behind our net. Throws it up the far boards. Eagles throw it back down behind our net. Kicked out to the face-off circle and turnaround shot. Tipped. Austin throws it up the far boards. It's kept in our zone. Ian forces the puck out to neutral. Guillaume brings it along. Ian again bullying his way up the far boards. And the puck comes back out to neutral. The Eagles into our zone. A shot and a goal. Guillaume was able to break up the play momentarily, and it went right back to the Eagles' stick. Was able to put it past Charlie to tie it up at 1 with 3:54 left in the first period. Noah Turner taking the face-off. He wins it back for Avery. Hands it off for Nick, and throws it off the far boards wide of the net. Eagles send it up to the blue line. Nick keeps it in the offensive zone, throws it towards the net. Eagles send it back around behind and up the near boards. Zeke keeping it in the offensive zone, has it poke checked out to neutral. Nick throws it back in the offensive zone.
It's not auto ice. Delayed ice.
Oh. Darren and Ryan did join us on the bench. Off the face-off, Lewis turns it around, skating into the offensive zone. Works to the side of the net. Up the far boards, passes out for Noah, not able to get a shot off. The Eagles tip it out to neutral. Dump it in to the far corner. Nick turns it around in the corner, throws it up the near boards. Eagles regain the puck. Shot tipped up into the netting, so we'll have another face-off in our zone with 2:11 left in the first. Bam on the face-off again is thrown to the side of the net. Turned around. Wesley throws it up the near boards. Lewis picks up the puck. Skating out to neutral, has it taken away and turned around. It's dumped back in. There were way off sides, but that's fine. Wesley passes up for Bam and jumps over his stick. Eagles turn around. Lewis fighting for the puck, regains it. Passes back for Wesley. His pass tipped back to the corner. He sends it up to far boards. Passes out to Bam at center ice. Into the offensive zone, has the puck taken away. The stick flying in the air. The Eagles come out of their zone with the puck. Into ours. Tied up in front and thrown wide of the net. Turnaround shot goes off the side of the net. Wesley sends it to the near corner. Lewis picks it up. Passes out to Guillaume, tips it into the offensive zone. Regains the puck, walks in front, and a shot and a pad save by the goaltender. And Guillaume gets taken down and no call. The Eagles come through neutral into our zone. Bam with a pass to Ian in the neutral zone. Eagles with the steal. Guillaume back in the fray with a poke check at the blue line. Boomer's clearing attempt hit a skate. Centering pass blocked. The Eagles trying to get it out front. Boomer, his pass blocked. Puck goes back to the far corner. Centering pass comes all the way through to the near boards. Puck sent to the end boards. Centering pass was blocked right at the buzzer. So we'll go to the second period, tied at 1. Got another 15 on the clock, and we switched ends. Noah taking the face off. Bryant with the puck, skating into offensive zone. Throws it into the near far corner, brings it off the end board. Centering pass goes in front. The goaltender swipes it to the near corner. Zeke pushes it back towards the corner. Noah pushing it along. The Eagles with the steal. Throwing off the far boards. Into neutral. Nice steal by Boomer. Skating it into the offensive zone. Push to the near corner. Trying to get it out front. Stop behind the net. Noah swiping for it. Eagles throw it up the near boards. Out to neutral. Bryant going back to push the puck back to the blue line. Noah sends it out to neutral. Zeke chasing in the offensive zone as a poke check. Maddox throws it around the end boards. Boomer throws it to the far corner. Maddox trying to get it out front. Centering pass hit a skate and comes to the near boards. The Eagles throw it off the near boards all the way down the ice. Should be icing. And we'll come back down to the offensive zone for another face-off. .36 left in the second period. Tied at 1. Bam taking the face-off. Eagles throw it around the end boards. Avery keeping it in the offensive zone, throws it back for Lewis along the end boards. As it poke checked away, the Eagles pass off the far boards out to neutral. They say no icing because reasons. Nick picks it up along the end boards. He passes out to neutral. The Eagles turn it around, dump it into our zone. Nick picks it back up, chips it up to the far boards for Lewis. Lewis passes out to neutral for Bam. Bam skates into the offensive zone, works his way left, and throws the puck wide of the net. Lewis picks it up along the end boards. The Eagles regain the puck. Skate it out to neutral and gently push it into our zone. Not sure if that was a shot or just thrown to the near corner. Eagles keep it in our zone. A shot blocked. Bryant pushes it out to neutral and it's sent back in. Bouncing along the neutral zone. Nick picks it up and dumps it in the offensive zone. Eagles throw it off the far boards. Lewis with the steal. His pass doesn't connect. Well, they figured out that there is delayed offsides, so that's good. The Eagles throw it back out to neutral. Tipped into our zone. Nick throws it back to neutral. Nope, they kept it in our zone. The Eagles work their way to the near corner. Long shot blocked into the corner. Bam picks it up. Long pass out to Lewis at the blue line. He skates into the offensive zone, works right, and a shot and a pad save by the goaltender. And there's a whistle. 28's going to the box for slashing. The ref with an emphatic call. It's a grumpy ref. So 2 minutes of a power play with 11 minutes left in the second period. Austin on the face-off. Chipped off the far boards, and the Eagles send it deep into our zone. They chase it in. Centering pass. Backhanded shot. Charlie covers. .143 left in the power play. We'll have a face-off in our zone. Shot right off the face-off. Charlie with another save. Austin throws it around the end boards. Guillaume picks it up along the far boards. Pushes it up for Ian. Ian passes across for Austin and comes off the near boards into their zone. They say no icing. The Eagles bring it up to near boards. Lost the handle in the neutral zone. Wesley throws it back out to neutral. Into the offensive zone. Austin throws it along the end boards. The Eagles send it around the boards. Kept in the offensive zone. Wesley has it poke checked away. Comes out to neutral. And Wesley's going to go to the box. First slash. And I missed it. Very grumpy refs. So, Wesley's going to go to the box. I will try to control the camera better. Apologies. It'll be 4-on-4 for 23 seconds. 9:20 left in the second period. Off the face-off. Boomer pushes it behind our net. Noah picking it up. Throws it off the far boards out to neutral. Bounces up into the bench. So we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Noah taking the face-off. Push it forward. The Eagles turn it around. Pass into our zone. Shot blocked. Goes behind our net. Centering pass. Backhanded shot blocked. Eagles send it up the far boards. And behind our net. Centering pass. And a shot tipped up off the glass. Bouncing up the far boards. And our penalty, their penalty has expired, so it's...
Otto, come on! Get with it, ref!
...47 seconds left in the penalty kill. Bam on the face-off. Sends it back for Boomer, and he dumps it all the way down the ice.
No! What are you doing?
Off the face-off, Boomer picks it up. 1 second left, and penalties have expired. We're back to 5-on-5. Bam tied up along the far boards. The Eagles bring it into our zone. A shot, a stick save by Charlie. Boomer clears the puck out of the slot. Bryant skates it into the offensive zone. Drops it for Zeke. Fanned on the shot. Tied up in the corner. Bryant trying to get it out in front. Eagles throw it around the end boards. Lewis keeps in the offensive zone. Bam picks it up on the end boards. Trying to get it out front. Just tied up along the boards. Eagles passing it up the near boards. Out to neutral. Lewis with the steal in the neutral zone. Passes over for Bam. Poke checked away. Boomer passes for Zeke. A hit a skate. Comes to Bryant. He dumps it into the offensive zone. Lewis keeping it in the offensive end, throwing it back behind their net. Lewis passing up the near boards. Comes out to neutral. Zeke passes back for Avery. His pass into the offensive zone. The Eagles turn it around. Back out for Avery. Bryant skating it through center. Pushing it to the blue line into the offensive zone. Hit a skate. Guillaume dumps it into the far corner. Bryant throws it off the side of the net. And the goaltender covers with 5:40 left in the second period. Guillaume on the face-off. Pushed up the far boards. Avery chips it back to the corner. Goes out in front. Ian with a backhand shot. Chips through the crease. Guillaume's shot bounced right through the crease, but not in. Dumped out to neutral. Nick picking it up. Passing up for Guillaume. It comes back out to neutral zone. Nick skates into the offensive zone. Comes back out. Guillaume passes back for Avery. Avery passes up for Ian. Ian's pass tipped into the offensive zone. The Eagles regain the puck. Throw it back out to neutral. Ian with the steal at the blue line. They bring it back out to neutral again. Dumped into our zone. Nick picks it up behind our net and throws it up the far boards. Austin sends it out to neutral, down the ice, and that will be icing, I guess. Four minutes left in the second period, still tied at 1. No one taking the face-off. Puck sent off the side of the net. Wesley sends it out to neutral. Nope. Kept it in. Back and forth along the near boards to the near corner. Centering pass misses. Maddox throws it off the far boards. Gets checked. And there's a whistle. They caught it. They're calling for roughing. Maddox threw a harder shoulder against the same player earlier, but he was playing the puck, so. I'm sure the player doesn't appreciate the difference. Bam taking the face off. 2-minute power play. Just throw it around the end boards. And it kept, nope, comes out. Long, not really a pass, just a dump out. 1:43 left in the power play. Wesley pushes up the far boards, out to Bam at the blue line. Walks in, a shot, stick save by the goaltender. Bouncing in front though, the Eagles clearing attempt hit Speedy. And the Eagles regain the puck, throw it all the way down the ice. And the Eagles get to it first. It's getting behind our net. Centering pass, another shot, and a stick save, another shot. Charlie with the save. And shorthanded goal for the Eagles to make it 2-1 with 2:14 left in the second period. Still a minute left in our power play. Bam taking the face-off. Eagles control. Throw to our blue line. Boomer passes across for Bryant. Passes it to Bam. Bam kicks it back to Bam. Pushes it in the offensive zone, but we're offsides. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone with 30 seconds left in the power play. Pushes it forward to Bam. Bam skates in the offensive zone, throws it on goal, and a glove save by the goaltender. Hangs on with 5 seconds left in the power play. So once they drop the puck, the player will come out of the box, and we'll be back to 5-on-5. Wins it over for Lewis. Lewis's backhanded shot goes off the goaltender to the far corner. And a clearing attempt was tipped up into the netting, so we'll have another face-off in their zone. We're down to 50 seconds left in the second. We'll see if we get another puck drop before it goes to zeros. Bouncing to the slot. Comes over to Bryant. He throws it in front. Bam with the tip on goal. That's saved by the goaltender. Pushed up the near boards, out to neutral. Nice poke check by Boomer. Bam picks it up, skates in the offensive zone. He's got 15 seconds left in the second period. Comes back to Bam. He throws it on goal. And another save by the goaltender. He hangs on with 6 seconds left. We will not get another puck drop. Well, we will go to the third, down by 1, although they haven't put it on the board yet. "12 minutes on the clock. We switched ends once again. Noah on the face-off. Oh, wins it back for Avery. Skates up the near boards. Maddox stealing a puck, trying to get out front, and hits a skate. The Eagles regain the puck, skating it out to neutral. Nick tying up the player in the corner. Puck comes back to Nick and he pushes it forward. Skates out to neutral and dumps it into the offensive zone. Turns around in the corner, centering pass tipped to the far boards. No, with a turnaround shot, blocked in front. Eagles pick it up, skate behind our net, off the near boards. Out to neutral. Eagles bringing it into our zone. Centering pass. It's a slot. Thrown on goal. Charlie with a save, and he covers. 10:49 left in the third period. Guillaume on the face-off. Comes out to the blue line, thrown around the end boards. Eagles bringing it out of the corner. Austin throws it up the near boards. Tipped out to neutral, and the Eagles turn around, throwing it back into our zone. Wesley pushes it up the near boards. Comes out to neutral. Eagles regrouping in their zone. Comes out to neutral again. Guillaume pushes it back into their zone. The Eagles send it down the ice. Speedy sends it back up for Guillaume, who pushes it in the offensive end. Drags it out of the corner. Centering pass tipped high. Austin gets shoved through the crease. And no call. So that's So Austin will take the face off. Moves it back for Speedy. Speedy throws it into the corner. Centering pass goes wide of or behind the net up the far boards. Wesley has taken away and has passed into our zone. Walked in. And a goal. Breakaway with 9:42 left in the third period. It will be 3-1 Eagles. Bam will take the face off. Turns over for Lewis, who tips it to the blue line. The Eagles throw it up the near boards. Bring it into our zone. Centering pass intercepted by Bam. Let's throw it back to the top of this face-off circle. It's thrown over the net, up the near boards. Lewis chips it out to neutral. And it's sent back into our zone. Boomer brings it off the end boards. Passes out for Bam, who turns it around in the neutral zone. Skates in the offensive zone. And we were offsides again. 9:06 left in the third. Noah on the face-off. Eagles throw it off the far boards into our zone. Boomer chasing it into the far corner. Noah sends it up for Zeke. Zeke chips it out to neutral. Maddox pushes it into the offensive zone. Noah turns it around neutral zone, and the Eagles regain the puck, skating it into our zone. Thrown on goal, and Charlie with another save. It's thrown to the end boards. Bryant pushes it up the near boards. It's brought out in front. Boomer picks up the puck and throws it out to neutral. It's dumped back into our end. And it throws it off the far boards. Noah tips it over for Maddox. He pushes it in the offensive zone. It comes back out to neutral. Ian throws it into the far corner. The Eagles push it up the far boards. And out to neutral. Zeke picks up the puck in the neutral zone. The Eagles regain the puck. Skate to the blue line, push it into our zone. Brian picks it up the near corner. The Eagles bring it off the end boards. Thrown in front. Shot and a save by Charlie. Extracurricular activity after the whistle. 7:36 left in the third period. Austin on the faceoff. He's over for Nick. It's turned around to blue line, sent behind our net. Avery picks it up, throws it out to neutral. Doesn't connect. It's pushed back to our blue line and then back out to neutral. Eagles throw it back behind our net. Nick picks it up, passes up the far boards, but it's kept in our zone. Ian slaps the puck all the way down the ice. It'll be icing. 7:07 left in the third period. Bam taking the face off. Bam pushes it forward, chips it out to neutral. Pushes past into the offensive zone with the puck. Walks in a shot, backhand shot that's saved by the goaltender. Bam with a shot and a goal. From the far side. cuts the lead to 1 with 6:55 left in the third period. Eagles 3, Jags 2. Bam taking the face off again. Pushes it forward. Eagles turn it around. Eagles pass intercepted by Lewis. It's swept back to center ice. Bam picks it up, skates into the offensive zone, drops it for Lewis. His shot blocked, goes to the inboards. Eagles throw it up the near boards. Puck comes free, and the Eagles skate out to neutral. Into our zone. Nice poke check by Wesley. The Eagles regain the puck. Centering pass broken up by Lewis. Puck goes on goal. Charlie with the save. And Bam's going to go to the box. 6:18 left in the third period. And Bam's going to go for roughing. Nope, check in the back. So 2-minute penalty, 6:18 left in the third. They do not have it on the clock yet. They haven't started the clock yet. Still haven't started the clock. There we go. And we finally got it going. Lewis pushing the puck up the near boards. Speedy picking up the blue line. And the Eagles regain the puck, skate into our zone. Backhand shot, a goal. So 5:59 left in the third, and it'll be 4-2. Noah taking the face off. Brings it back for Bryant. Bryant pushes it to the far boards, gets tied up. Eagles push it back into our zone. Centering pass, a shot and a save by Charlie. Puck ends up behind our net. Boomer pushes it to the corner. And who's going to the box? And Boomer's going to the box. So 5:33 left in the third. Another penalty kill for 2 minutes for interference. Austin on the face-off, pushes it forward and comes back to Avery behind the net. Pushes it up the far board, turns it around. Eagles come out with it. Pass out to the top of the slot, and a shot blocked in front, sent to the far boards. Austin not able to get it out of the zone. Centering pass tipped to the near boards. Eagles bring it out. Cycle through the neutral zone into our end. Shot and a pad save by Charlie. Push through the near boards. Not out of the zone. Guillaume picks it up, throws it out to neutral. The Eagles throw it back in. Nick picks it up along the end boards. 1 minute left in the penalty kill. Eagles tie him up along the end boards. Centering pass sent back to the near corner by Avery. Pass out to the top of the slot, and another shot goes wide. The Eagles walking it to the side of the net, centering pass and a shot. Moves well over the net. Eagles cycle with 30 seconds left in the penalty kill. The shot blocked. Centering pass, another shot, and another save by Charlie. He swallows it up. 21 seconds left in the penalty kill. Looks like Bam's taking the face off. Comes back to Bryant. He throws it around the inboards. Kept in our zone. Bam chips it out to neutral. Blocks the pass. Chases it into the offensive zone. Brings it off the inboards. Eagles push it to the corner. Speedy's centering pass comes to Bam. He throws it on goal and a pad save by the goaltender. Thrown around the inboards. Ian keeping the offensive zone. Push back to the corner. And penalty has expired. We're back to 5-on-5. Bryant with the puck in the neutral zone, skating into the offensive end. Through the slot to the near corner. Pass back for Speedy. The shot tipped wide by the goaltender. Bryant comes out of the far corner. Centering pass intercepted. Boomer keeps it in the offensive zone. Regains the puck, throws it just wide of the net. Eagles throw it up the near board. Bryant keeping it in the offensive zone. Speedy tries to throw it out front, and it's blocked. Bryant keeping it in the offensive zone again. Thrown around the boards. Bam picking it up. Pass it across for Speedy. By himself, long shot, and a stick save by the goaltender. Bryant throws it out front, and it's tipped off the near boards. Another shot and another save by the goaltender. Bryant walks it out to the slot, lost the handle. It's thrown off the far boards. Bryant turns around. His pass hit a skate, and the Eagles come through neutral into our zone. Another shot and a pad save by Charlie. Nick throws it down the ice. That'll be icing with 1:52 left in the third period. We have 4. We need 5. Noah taking the face off. Puck goes to the end boards. Comes out in front. Shot in the goal. A backhanded sweep of a shot just inside the far post to make it 5-2 with 1:43 left in the third. Bam on the face-off. The Eagles pick up the puck in the neutral zone. Walk into our zone. A shot and a stick save by Charlie. Another shot blocked in front. Puck comes up the near boards. Eagles control. Thrown to the slot. Turnaround shot blocked by Wesley. Clearing attempt tipped into the bench. So we'll have a face-off in our zone with 1:23 left in the third period. Eagles send the puck wide of the net. Nick chips it up the near boards. Lewis tied up along the near boards. Lewis regains the puck, pushes it up and dumps it into the offensive zone. Guillaume's hooked. No call. Centering pass on goal. Lewis with a shot and a goal. 59.9 seconds left, and it will now be 5-3. Austin on the face-off. Push to the near boards. Eagles dumping into our zone, chasing it to the end boards. Bryant breaking up the play. Avery skating through neutral into the offensive zone, throws it on goal, and a blocker save. Avery regains the puck, throws it off the side of the net, comes out for Bryant, throws it on goal, and it's tipped wide. 37 seconds left in the third period. Puck comes free. The Eagles content to just tie up the puck, eat the clock. Throwing up the far boards. Chipped off the far boards into our zone, thrown in front. Boomer chips it off the boards. His pass up the near boards intercepted. Comes to Austin. He throws it off the far boards to Zeke. He'll pass out to Avery. He dumps it on into the offensive zone as time expires. So that will do it for Game 3 of the Mile High Meltdown. And we'll have a handshake line and one game tomorrow. I want to say it's around 10 a.m., but I honestly don't remember. We'll recheck the calendar, and we will broadcast that one from here tomorrow. So until then, thanks everybody. Go Jags.